I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news. Let's follow up on it. What's up guys, Dr. Coaster here on behalf of the Georgia Coaster Connection, and welcome back to another ArieForce One Construction Update. Before we get started, I just want everyone to know that all photos and footage included in any of these construction updates are free to use with credit. I'd also like to thank my Georgia Coaster Connection partner Christopher as we gather this content together. I'll link his pages down below. I returned to Fun Spot Atlanta once again on Saturday, April 30th, and I am returning with some more exciting updates to share with you. I've been doing these uploads weekly now for a couple of months, and I am still in awe of this coaster every time I make it back out to the park. I'll start out by saying that this appears to be the least productive week so far on the construction front, but place a heavy emphasis on appears, because the last time it seemed like a slow week, we were greeted by the lift and stall structure rocketing up into the sky at a rapid pace. So any work done this week is likely prepping for some huge developments over the next few. Something a lot of people following this process don't realize is that FunSpot and RMC had to weave their way through loads of governmental red tape to get the construction process underway. And while this was going on, they appeared to have had everything they needed waiting in storage. So let's start this update how we always do, by checking in on the storage area behind the parking lot. After speculating when the pieces of the track here would be moved, we finally have our answer. We hadn't seen much movement here in a while, and it's been pretty cool to see the amount of steel located here beginning to dwindle week by week. As to where it's gone and what it is, well, you're gonna have to stay tuned for that. Leaving the storage area, I really wanted to check out the back of the building first after the new developments last week. However, there was another private event going on in the pavilion while I was at the park. So this is the best film I was able to get. The park was absolutely slammed. This is the busiest I'd ever seen it. So I was just glad that I was able to get this. Fortunately, Christopher went early in the day and was able to get this shot showing that RMC continued digging this past week to prepare for installing this portion of the ride. I'm not sure if they'll have to pour concrete for this portion or not, but if that's the case, then don't expect much other than pouring and curing for the next month here. If not, expect some awesome vertical progress very soon. Next up is the side of the barrel roll, and spoiler alert, it's still just a big old hunk of concrete, and will be for at least another week or two until it finishes curing. All in all, I think its time frame will line up well with whatever is happening behind the arcade and at the beginning of the layout. When I was checking out the barrel roll, I was fortunate enough to run into another couple of coaster enthusiasts who were also checking out the progress themselves. They also have YouTube channels and Instagram pages where you can follow them at ThrillQuark and Enthusiast Review. I'll leave their links down below. Be sure to go check them out. I ended up concluding this visit by checking in on the soon-to-be longest zero-G stall in North America. If you remember the track that was missing earlier, well, here it is, primed and ready to begin being added to the ride in the very near future. I totally expect the approach into and the stall itself to be completed in the next week or two, leaving only the Raven Truss dive to be installed before the beginning ArieForce One's layout is complete. Momentum seems to have slowed down a little, but they are definitely still on track for a late summer opening. Okay, and now for the bad news that I teased at the beginning of the video. As we already know from a recent release from the park, the mini golf's days are numbered in order to make room for future developments of the park. We weren't sure at first if this was going to be a temporary shutdown or a total demolition, but I received word this week from a reliable subscriber of mine who is in touch with management that not only would we be losing the mini golf courses permanently, but we will in fact also be losing the beautiful waterfall and rockwork that surrounds it. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely bummed. I love the atmosphere that is provided, but I understand needing to move on to future projects. FunSpot is still in the process of making this park their own, and they've yet to do anything that hasn't made this park flourish. So I can't wait to see what replaces it in the future. Thank you all for watching. That was the 9th of many ArieForce One construction updates to come. If you don't want to miss out on more construction updates like this, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, as many more of these will be coming out leading up to the opening of the ride. If you haven't already, then also be sure to follow Georgia Coaster Connection over on Instagram, your home for all things ArieForce One, where we just soared past 1,000 subscribers this week, so thank you so much. If you're feeling inclined, then you can follow me as well at Dr_Coaster. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.